best. To train them is my cause. I will travel across the land, searching far and wide. Each Pokemon to understand the power that's inside. Our hearts so true, our courage will pull us through. You teach me and I'll teach you. Pokemon, gotta catch 'em all. Gotta catch 'em all. Gotta catch 'em all. Yeah. Every challenge along the way, with courage I will face. I will battle every day to claim my rightful place. Come with me, the time is right. There's no better team. Arm in arm, we'll win a fight. It's always been our dream. Our hearts so true, our courage will pull us through. You teach me and I'll teach you. Pokemon, gotta catch 'em all. Gotta catch 'em all. Yeah. Gotta catch 'em all.
You know just how time
Let me show you why I stopped paying. Matterpod. Oregon.
You too. Ammonite.
This may look like your favorite child.
Alrighty, everybody. Hello, hello, hello. Welcome, 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 welcome. Today we are streaming Pokemon Unite, Elgin versus Springfield. And honestly, I'm ready to see this, honestly. I'm just me by myself today, because we got no other people. But yeah, it's just me, so I will be looking at chat if anyone is going to want to chat with me. And yeah, my name is Blazing_Cryo, also known as Dean. And yeah, let's get into this. First off, looking at our comp, it seems like we're running a Snorlax, an Azumarill, a Gardevoir, a Lola Ninetales, and a Mamoswine. It looks like that probably the Azumarill is our most likely person to go middle here. And now looking at the opponent's side, they seem to be running Trevenant, Clefable, Umbreon, Venusaur, Pikachu. I forgot what bans we had, but I think we banned, if I remember correctly, I do remember us banning Darkrai. I forgot our second ban, but on their side they decided to ban Mimikyu, and they also decided to ban Armarouge. And yeah, based off of this, the opponent team seems to be running almost around a standard comp, just with no real jungler. I'm going to make an assumption that the Venusaur is going to be their jungler on their side. And honestly, we're just going to wait for this to load. From our spectating perspective, I do not have anything to spectate with, except for our player's point of view, so we are going to be spectating our attacker over here. We see that they're just our routes. And then that our routes is going to go bottom lane. And as I said earlier, we can definitely see how that Azumarill went middle. Right now they're Marill, at least. We see that the routes reaches level 3 immediately, getting their level ability. We see that the Trevenant and the Clefable, I don't know what the Clefable's downside is, downgrade is, attacking that middle, but we see that the routes did steal that, in fact. We just see that we're farming right now. We see that the Azumarill in jungle is now Azumarill, probably around level 4. They're attacking that, I forgot exactly what the Pokemon's name is, but they're attacking that farm right there. It's worth 4 EOS points. We see that the middle bottom on bottom path spawned, and we see that our routes tried stealing that and actually saw that. And then we see the jungler from the enemy team, and as I suspected, being the Venusaur, went bottom, and then we see on the minimap that our Azumarill, in fact, went top. Currently, I'm pretty sure that our routes is just going to farm a bit and just try to stall for as long as possible, I guess. Well, at least that's my assumption. We see that the middle bird spawn. We see that our routes is now evolved and picked up Psyshock, while also the bird spawning on both sides. Bottom just seems to be holding right now. And top needs to make a push. If top's not going to make a push, we're not going anywhere, honestly. Right now, it's pretty much just waiting for momentum or someone to make a move at this current moment in time. We see this Shy Shock by the routes, just trying to get as much damage as possible and make sure that they can secure the farm. We see that our tank Mamoswine is going to probably level up once they get that farm. There we go. We see that the routes is going to try to steal. They are unsuccessful in the seal, sadly. We see up top, though, that they're making a collision. I wish, honestly, I could see that, but I sadly can't. We see that the Azumarill decides to rotate bottom while the top lane pushes back. And we see that two people from the enemy team, Springfield, are pushing down the Venusaur and the Pikachu. Pikachu being taken down by the Mamoswine. We see that the routes is trying to stay back as with their mage role. Mage, there's different archetypes with them. The goal of the game, by the way, is to score as many points by the end of it, so having good team collisions and good scoring advantages are going to be somewhat useful, but honestly, we want to pretty much wait and see what happens from over here. So, yes, points are the objective, and if you see up top and bottom, that two things are going to spawn. You see that the top and bottom, there's two things going to spawn. We see up top there's going to be something called Reggie Lucky, and on bottom there's something called there's like Reggie Steel and Reggie Ice. I'm doing good. How are you? We see Reggie Ice on bottom gives multiple buffs. It gives points to start, and then it also it also gives an attack buff, but we also see this collision up on bottom with our team. And up top also Regieleki. Regieleki will, once you defeat it, act as a Pokemon spawn. And it will try to get to the enemy base. If it collides with the enemy base, it'll make the base defenseless, in which you can insta-score on it. We see that the bottom base is at 20. Are they going to start the rip on the Regi on bottom? No, it looks like they're going to prefer to go top. And that's exactly what we see here. We see that our Gardevoir is going to go through middle. We really only stream when we have matches per day. We see that we're gonna try to wait, or at least like sort of bait. Never mind, we're gonna start. Nope, never mind that. Never mind. They're gonna capitalize first and score, and then there we go. Now they're gonna start ripping this. After they scored a bit. Bottom Reggie is taken down by the Venusaur on the opposing team, and we're just gonna see them try to rip as fast. They don't really have a strong rip on our team. We see that the tank, our Snorlax, dies, and then we see the Pikachu is going to try to hold. Our Gardevoir is just going to, yeah, there we go, kill the Pikachu, and then we score on top, breaking top. Ooh, you do creative design for streamers? That seems honestly pretty interesting. I don't know how you would show it to me though, honestly. We see that they both have a full jungle. Potentially, the opponent team as well has a full jungle, but we can't really see because we haven't ventured in there. The little yellow dots that you see on the mini map, notify spawn, not spawn, farm. You can only really tell if you know that they're there, but you also don't. So you know that they could be there, but not if they shows the yellow dots, because if you haven't traveled to that area, it does not update. And we see that collision all over on bottom path. We see that our Gardevoir is trying to take out the Venusaur over there, but is somewhat unsuccessful. The Azumarill is pushing into the backlines all by himself for some reason. I have no idea why. We see the Gardevoir Unite come out, only really catches the Clefable. We see that the Azumarill is getting targeted out by that Trevenant, and then now we see that our Gardevoir picks up the KO on the Clefable. I don't really have Instagram, sorry about that. Anyways, we see that we're just gonna probably try to hold. We see that our Alola Ninetales and our Snorlax are just going to retreat back to base, and it looks like we're gonna start pushing towards top. Our Gardevoir is gonna probably, yeah, the Gardevoir is pushing through jungle, and we're just gonna probably wait for that Regieleki that's gonna spawn. I have a sneaking suspicion that the opposing team is going to be at the bottom path, going to try to rip that Reggie's Ice or Steel, and it looks like we're just going to try to rip this, most likely. Yep, we see the rip just starting right about now. We see that we have the Pikachu and I think the Umbreon going over there. I do in fact have Discord. And it does look like that we do rip that Regieleki. And yep, as I said, they did get that bottom Reggie Steel in fact. It looks like we're just going to go for that collision. We see the Pikachu Unite. Pikachu Unite's actually really, really strong over here. And then we just see that collision continuing up on bottom. We see that they're trying to push back because there's around, yeah, all people on their team are there. And we only have 3. A 3v5 is not the most likely occurrence that we want to go. We see that Pikachu somewhat ventured out towards the jungle. And it looks like we're just going to hold back and wait for a stronger push, most likely. We see that in the middle over here, there's a countdown. That countdown is towards Rayquaza. Rayquaza is pretty not the main, but he's a pretty decently big objective. If you get him, you just want to mainly get the secure on him. If you secure him and you get the final hit on him, then you will get a shield, in which allows you to score goals without being interrupted by really anything. And then it also gives you a couple of levels, and whoever gets the final hit does get some AOS points. We see the collision over here. They did be able to take down the Clefable, but we see the Trevenant extending out, and then we see the Pikachu Unite, which is taking down our Mamoswine and Alolan Ninetales. It almost got our Gardevoir. Our Gardevoir is somewhat low. We see that the Gardevoir Unite did in fact come out, but then we see our team also got somewhat destroyed. We see that the Pikachu is holding out in jungle. They are trying to somewhat kill Rayquaza, which is not really a decent idea at the current moment in time. But we see that our Gardevoir is going to try to secure, and they did not get the secure on it. It is taken by the Venusaur. What a shame. That's honestly really sad. We're just going to see if we can hold this. I believe this will be a close match if they don't score. But we see that Trevenant is in fact scoring 100 during at bottom. The reason why I said 100 and not 50, because even though the maximum points you can carry with most Pokemon is 50, there is a special exception. But you can during 2 minutes, if I'm pretty sure, if I'm correct, you can score double points on any goal. So like 50 gets to 100, 40, 80, etc. So every point scored during the 2-minute mark is doubled. And honestly, we still have a chance, I think. Still, maybe. They would have to score. We'd have to score pretty decent. We'd at least have to get another score while the rest of us hold. But honestly, I don't know what the outcome of this match is going to be. I'm pretty excited to see what will happen. It looks like our tank is just going to hold in middle while our attacker and all-around are just going to stay base, and our other defender is going to stick up top. And we see that the attacker, being our Alolan Ninetales, goes up top to help defend against that Clefable. Honestly, I'm ready to see what the point gap is. Did we win or did we lose, honestly? I have no idea, because you look how we both have 2 goals left. 1 level 2 goal up top and 1 in our main. And then, yeah, their main goal can't be destroyed. Just 1 goal. Alright, let's see what this point was. Did we win? Yes, go! Oh my god. That was close. Even though they did secure Rayquaza at the end, the opposing team, we still won. And we do see that our Azumarill did do MVP, and if you look at that, we did have somewhat of a flat line between the around like 5-minute mark to 8-minute mark, and then we were winning pretty much almost the entire match. I would like to see damage and other stuff. Never mind. Alright, well, I'm going to leave you guys for a bit while we get more stuff situated out, and I will see you guys in a little bit. Alrighty, everybody. Welcome back. We see that the matchup is back. We are back also. That was a weird one, sorry. Alright, we see that our team is running Snorlax, Azumarill, Delphox, Alola, Ninetales, and Crustle, while the opposing team seems to be running Trevenant, Clefable, Umbreon, Venusaur, and Gardevoir. If I remember correctly, that our bands here were pretty much almost the same. It was Decidueye and Darkrai, with the opposing team banned Mimikyu and what's his name? Mamoswine. So we see that we're going to be spectating from our Delphox's perspective, and once again we see that the Marill is going to jungle, and we see that our Delphox is going to bottom path. We see that we're just going to probably be waiting around for a bit while, because it's early game. Early game's honestly a little bit slow, because people have to get set up and everything. We see our Delphox just getting ready somewhat for that steal, just waiting in time. Oh, they don't get it. I wonder. I think the other team got it. Yeah. I couldn't see really what our Crustle got, but with the 4 AOS points still in their bank, I'm going to make that assumption that they did not get that. In about at 15, we're gonna see the spawn of the little farm right there. Yep. We pull it back into our bush. We see that they're gonna make an aggressive push over here to try to steal that, and it looks like they do get that steal. In fact. We see that we're just going to pretty much go back a little bit towards that Baltoy that's going to spawn at the 9-minute mark.
What's up, man?
Hi, Mr. Graff.
Scoot over, man.
Okay, you want the mic?
Oh, dude, I don't know how to do that.
It's not that hard.
Oh, what a crazy matchup, huh?
Yeah, it's honestly, it looks like this will be a pretty good fight like the last one, honestly.
Wow, we got Springfield already coming in with the three-man push there at the 840 mark. That's pretty tense. That's a heavy lineup.
Yep, we see that the Venusaur is honestly being a bit too close, and then we see our tanks taken down right by that Venusaur. We see that our Delphox is mostly just going to be holding there for a little bit, just waiting for the team to return. And we see it as Springfield pushes back right there. We see that the Azumarill and the Alola Ninetales are rotating down bottom. They're probably going to wait for their tank a little bit. And we see that Springfield somewhat pushes up to steal that farm up towards the top over there.
We're not really dictating much here, huh?
Yeah, we're not really getting any real momentum here, and we're just kind of waiting for the other team to do something.
Early in the game, we're at the 8-minute mark. Looks like 2 minutes have passed. Looks like we're setting ourselves up for getting jumped here.
Yep, we see a collision down at bottom, but it's only 2 while we have our entire 5-man down there. And we see that we see a rotation down by Springfield from everyone pretty much else that they have.
And we got an early lead here.
Yep, but we see them all being really taken out.
Man, this Venusaur, I tell you, this guy is a stud. How do we trade? We will trade a vending machine and 3 candy bars for this Venusaur player.
A vending machine and 3 candy bars?
Yeah, 3, not 2.
Would the vending machine come stocked?
Then that's I mean, he's that good. We need a fully stocked
vending machine and
vending
3
machine
candy bars?
and 3 candy bars for this Venusaur
That's
player.
a lot of money.
If the Venusaur player is watching, which I doubt they are, can you just move to Elgin?
Move to the Elgin area. It's a pretty far drive, honestly.
From Springfield?
Yeah, Springfield,
Well, yeah.
we're here.
It's like 2 hours.
I know.
What a wild idea. Oh my god, with the trap. Look at the setup here.
Yep, and then we just see our tanks just standing there. We see that we're going to probably have all of the rest of our... Yep.
We got a chaos. Oh, this is a Royal Rumble.
Our Snorlax is taken down by the Venusaur. The Venusaur Unite comes
Oh, the
out,
Venusaur
and we
just
see
did
everyone
Shawn
else get
Michaels.
taken down.
Oh my god. Oh no.
It is just our Delphox and our Snorlax.
This is like Stone Cold versus the entire like WCW.
We see that the enemy team is starting to take out that Regieleki up top. Is our Delphox going to try to steal? It looks like they're going to try to, but then the rest of the tanks are trying to hold them back.
You know, Omar is amazing at just antagonizing other players.
Just making sure that they can't do what they really want to do
Right.
without taking any consequences.
Right. There, you know what? I noticed that we're trying to punish the wrong characters.
Yeah, we're really only
lot
focusing
of-
the tanks.
Yeah, the energy is on the wrong players.
Omar, a lot of their team is pretty low right now. If we can, yep, that Fire Blast comes in. There we go. That was exactly what we needed. We're gonna see that Azumarill is gonna front that sort of.
What a crazy fight.
We see that our Alola Ninetales scores 40 there, and our Delphox can score 30. Are we gonna break top here? Yep, top is broken. Are we gonna rotate down towards bottom? I have no idea.
Well, who knows what we're gonna do because we don't talk about what we do. We just call the game, right?
Yep.
That's right. You're doing a great job, by the way.
We see that the Trevenant and the Crustal are down bottom. The Crustal's more or less just waiting to see what they can find. We see that the Trevenant's pushing somewhat back over there. And we see that our Snorlax is up towards middle, getting those middle birds. What are we going to see from here?
I can hear players yelling in the other room. What do you think they're yelling about?
At each other, probably.
Oh, okay.
Alright, it looks like we're going to just go for that rip.
Ooh, I don't like it.
The question now...
Would you think it's a good idea to give up gold? There's definitely an overcap there for the bottom rip.
It depends. Like, if we're not able to capitalize on it, because if you look that they have a 2-tier goal, are we able to get to that is the question.
Yeah, probably not, especially if they're only sending one to rip. That's the beauty of keeping caps low. Because if you keep it low, you can always send a rogue guy to come just clean it up, you know?
And we see that their entire team is down bottom. That Venusaur hits that solar beam.
Really important.
And looks like we're just going to push back, sort of, and just kind of see if they'll push into us.
Elena with another clutch move. She is amazing.
Delphox Unite comes out over there.
Oh my goodness.
And we see that we pick out both of their carries. It looks like they might be pushing towards top, towards that Regieleki over there. Yep, we see that exactly is what the Delphox is doing, and the tanks.
Why would they go for that? Why not go for the goal?
Mainly because it helps create that momentum up towards top.
If you can do something with it.
Yes, but if they're not able to, they could also sort of just like try to play around what the Regieleki does, since it acts sort of just another hitbox, so it's pretty much turning into a 6.
Something that Elgin High School does very well is they coordinate situational moments very well.
Yeah.
I think they practice that a lot.
It looks like they're going to let the Regieleki front it, and looks like the Fire Spin's just sort of going in there. Alright, see you, Mr. Graf. Alright, it looks like they have all their 5 people up top over there. It looks like our Snorlax is sort of, like, feeling the water, I guess. And we see that the Delphox is pretty low, honestly. Are they going to try to continue fronting this, is the question. The Regieleki is probably going to go down and probably... Yep, that Regieleki's down. Once that Clefable... Anyways. Alright. It looks like our Delphox is going towards their jungle. Are they going to start farming, or are they going to just head towards their team, in which is somewhat fleeting back with the tanks, since the tanks don't have that much damage? We see that our Delphox is going for the birds right up here to hopefully get some more levels. We see that we're running 2 level 10s right now. I can't see the others, sadly. Our Snorlax is decently low, but the question is, are they going to front that there? It looks like our Crustal somewhat got there. We see that, are they going to go for that Gardevoir? But we did also see that the other team, Springfield, did in fact grab that Regi Ice down there. It looks like we're somewhat pushing back into our goal to try to see if they'll create the pressure on bottom and allow us to counter. And we see that wall catching most of their team. I think this will be our final fight before Rayquaza spawning right about now. We see the Delphox Unite comes out, catching a lot of people in it with its over time. And we see the Trevenant Unite coming out, clearing the rest of our team except for that Azumarill. That Azumarill sort of just sitting in middle. I don't know why they weren't really in there, but that's alright. We see that the Azumarill is just going to sit in bush, but we'll see it getting somewhat antagonized by that Gardevoir. It looks like we're just going to probably go straight in the middle, try to stop them from ripping Rayquaza. If they are, I can't see. It looks like they are going for it. It looks like our Delphox is going to try their best to steal, and the Delphox does not get it, and that the Venusaur is the one who got it. Now their entire team has shields. The question now is, will we be able to destroy their shields in time before they score? We see a score of 96 over on bottom, breaking the bottom goal, which means we're going to have to score something no matter what. Even if we break all their shields, we will most likely have to score. We see that the Delphox is going to try to score. Is the Delphox going to get? The Delphox does in fact score 39 or 42, one of those amounts. And now we see that the Trevenant scores up top with 100 points. Ouch, that hurts a bit. But the question is, will we still be able to score? Most of their team is down. It's just the Trevenant. That Trevenant is probably pushing back. But we see that most of their team is now, right about now, has respawned. Is that... Nope, that... Snorlax did not get it. That is so sad. Bottom, I thought bottom was broken, honestly, with the 96, but I guess they haven't touched our bottom goal. Hello there, Tony. How are you, good sir? Honestly, Bo, I think this will be the end of our match here, with most likely Springfield winning this one, putting the score at 1-1. Tony. How'd your match go, by the way? I wasn't there to watch. Alright, let's see what the score is. Hopefully, they let me see the stats as well. I'd really, really love to see those stats. The point score is... That was actually really close. If we could have gotten it, like, one of those caps during overtime, not overtime, just during those 2 minutes, we probably would have gotten more. We see that the stats, we said that Delphox does a bunch of damage. We see that our tanks both take a lot of damage. We see that the Azumarill didn't really do that much damage on what they're supposed to do. And honestly, we do see that we're sort of, like, going, like, milestone-wise with scoring. And honestly... I think that was a pretty fun match to watch. Also, very good job, Tony. That's very nice to hear that you guys did win all 3 matches with JV. And honestly, that was honestly a really exciting match, putting the score at 1-1. And honestly, I'm gonna let you guys go for a little bit while we wait to start the next match. So I will talk to you guys in probably around 5 to 10 minutes. Alrighty, everybody, welcome back. I'm back. Hello, everybody. We are back into the third match of this game, and we see that on our side we have a Decidueye, Mimikyu, Delphox, Snorlax, and Blastoise. While on the other team, they seem to be running Trevenant, Clefable, Umbreon, Greninja, and Glaceon. I don't remember what the bands were necessarily, so just take what you will from what our team comp is and what their team comp is. Honestly, I'm pretty sure that Mimikyu is probably going to go middle. Yep, that's exactly what we see. And again, once again, we're spectating Delphox, and the Delphox is going bottom. This time, the Squirtle also going bottom. Sneak once again that the Snorlax is up top with that Decidueye. So you don't have to sit over there.
Stress me.
Alright, alright.
How we looking?
Well, it's just the beginning of the game, so there's not much really to look at except for farming and steals. We see up top that that the opposing team is pushing somewhat towards us, but they're going to probably back off. The Mimikyu, as we can see, is almost done off jungle. I think they're on their last one at the current moment. Are we gonna go for that? Yep, we're gonna go for that bottom middle farm.
You know, I know we're not, and I don't want to get into it too much, but we're just not playing our typical style. So
Tony says, "Oh my gosh." Are you talking about Graph? Oh my god, it's the man.
Jesus.
We see that birds do in fact spawn. It seems like we're getting most of it, but the Trevenant also takes a bit. We see that there's also 3 people down at bottom.
So we better be, you know.
Are we going to try to hold, or are we going to try finding something out over here is the question.
Now we are stuck on this screen, correct?
Yep, we can't really change. Tony's saying the man, the myth, the legend, Coach Graph. Yep, that's who's joining me today. And now we see that the Blastoise just levels up into a War Turtle as our Delphox turns to be level 5. If you look at the map, you see that we have a Mimikyu and I think the Rowlet somewhat rotating towards the bottom. But they're also going to probably take farm along the way. We see that we're trying to take that middle over there. Yep. And we see that the Clefable and the Trevenant push into that bottom bush over there. Up top, we see that the Snorlax is sort of fending off that Umbreon. And we see that we have 2 people from the enemy team in the middle, the Glaceon, and I can't see the other one. But then we also see that also means that there's only 2 at bottom. So we see that we're going to probably push up, and then we're pushing back now that their entire reinforcements come along. They take out the Mimikyu, and we see that we just have the Rowlet and the Delphox down at bottom. And it looks like the enemy team's scoring. Are they going to break bottom is the question. Looks like we're just going to continue taking farm over here as they break bottom. And then up at top, the Umbreon was scoring. And in 15 seconds, we'll have both of the Reggie spawn, both at top and at bottom. I was left. Looks like we are rotating to top with 3 people. 2 are staying in jungle, it seems. Anyways, it seems that they're Umbreon and Glaceon. I was just thinking that there was one sitting there. No! From Tony. It looks like that Fire Spin is going to catch that Glaceon, but can't really capitalize on that because there's no one up top. But now we have our entire team up there to see what we can do from there. Are we going to make momentum, or are we going to stay back? Are we just going to twiddle our thumbs? Twiddle our thumbs. Mind that. I have a dry mouth. We see that the Greninja is hopping in there, taking out most of our team. And we see our Delphox, Rowlet, and then the Snorlax being taken out there. And the Mimikyu. It's just the War Turtle left up top. That War Turtle. Poor War Turtle. We see that the Clefable takes out the bottom Reggie. And then the top Reggie is most likely being ripped at the current moment as we speak by Springfield. It looks like we're going to farm because that Delphox right now is level 7. That Snorlax stole the Delphox's farm. Anyways, it looks like that Regieleki is going to try to push towards our goal. But we're not really having any tanks fronted. I think we're just going to have... Never mind. We see the Blastoise is fronting that. We see that the Greninja is stealing our farm, so it looks like that the Mimikyu and the Snorlax are pushing towards that, as we see that there's at least 3 people down there at bottom. Tony, We can't be dissing Springfield, bro. We're doing pretty well against them, at least. Alright, alright. We see that we did have a bit of a collision on bottom. I'm pretty sure that was both teams complete. We also do see that we let Reggie up in the top goal, letting it become vulnerable. But it didn't really seem like the other team capitalized on that much. It looks like we're pushing towards that bottom goal. We see that the Trevenant and Clefable, I've noticed something. That Trevenant and that Clefable have stayed together pretty much the entire match. I've never seen them separate once. Never. I've never seen those two be separated once. The only time they're separated is when one or the other is dead. Is that just me noticing that, or is what? Anyways, we see that they did take out most of our team. It's just our 2 carries left. We're just farming right now. We don't have much pressure anywhere. They're kind of just dictating the flow, I guess. Okay, we see that the bottom Reggie did in fact spawn there. I'm not gonna say that, Tony. I'm sorry. Alright, looks like we're just continuing the farm over here, and our entire team is really farming. For what purpose? I don't know. Probably just for the levels, honestly, if I were to say anything. Different level increments give different buffs, like plus and the plus moves, and different moves, and level upgrades, and all that.
Alright, I'll finish up. Give him a little coaching. Just gotta help him out a little bit. Preseason, right?
Yep, just preseason.
So we've lost both top fights. They've given up 2 bases, and we got what, an 80 cap at the bottom. Oh, they capped the bottom.
Yep, bottom is broken, but they did get the top Reggie here, which is gonna give them some pressure most likely, if they're gonna go on with that. But yeah, as I was saying a bit earlier, that Trevenant and that Clefable have been together the entire time. I really haven't seen them be separated.
Well, but even if that's the case, that should be even more of a benefit to us.
It looks like that the other team's just pushing back. I don't know if they're hiding anywhere or not.
No, they just don't want to overextend and then get capped. If you look at we're at the 3-minute mark, see if you notice that Springfield's probably prepping.
Yeah, they're probably farming.
Yep.
And that's exactly what we see RT doing. We've been doing a lot of farming this match as well.
Yeah, but it hasn't been working for us, which I don't know why we think that's there. You can tell Mr. Griff's a little frustrated.
That's alright.
That's right.
There's still a chance. There's always a chance for us to do this.
Oh no, there's plenty of time on the clock. We are.
Omar misses that fire blast on the farm over there. We see that we have a level 12. Do we all have our Unite moves up? I'm thinking that because I see yellow dots over everyone's heads up towards the top with the little icons, which I believe means that they have Unite moves up, if I'm not mistaken. We did see that the Reggie did spawn down there, but it looks like we're going to stay towards the middle.
This is a defensive positioning. It makes sense that we, for right now, considering that we're behind.
They did in fact take it, which does give us some intel, knowing that they're most likely to be coming up from bottom. We also see that there is one up top, being that Umbreon. The question is, how are they going to approach this?
Well, if I'm Springfield, I'm not going to overextend myself.
Yep, but we did see the Greninja somewhat overextend there, but not much was done about that.
Though, because at the end of the day, they may not be more willing to go in.
Yeah.
They're going to wait for the Greninja, so if I was them, I would be going in now because the Greninja's going to be out of the fight.
But they didn't really take out the Greninja.
No, and they're not capitalizing, they're just waiting.
And also, they have a Clefable, which is able to heal that. We see that the Trevenant is down bottom. They're going to somewhat go onto that Trevenant. We see that Unite move from the Delphox comes out, getting some of the team, but not all of the team. That Trevenant is down now. We see that the Greninja Unite comes out, taking out our tank. And we see that the Decidueye Unite move kind of pocketing them there.
Yeah, but it's on the wall, guys.
Yep. We see that they're not going to take out the Glaceon there, sadly. Glaceon is somewhat getting away. It seems like our Decidueye is chasing them down, but is almost punished by that.
You got it, though. That was clutch.
Yeah, but the Decidueye is taken down by birds. Looks like our Snorlax is going to be holding this. And then our Delphox, what's our Delphox doing? That's 100 points. That could give us something good here. Our Mimikyu is starting to rip Rayquaza.
We don't.
We see that the Delphox does in fact get that score. The Mimikyu is still ripping. While our Snorlax is trying to hold out. We see the Greninja is going towards top. Delphox is going to try to stop that.
Mimikyu is taking themselves out of the entire battle.
Yeah.
And that's why we do not rip it. Not smart.
And we see that the Delphox does clip off that Greninja's.
This will be like a 2-second.
Can that Blastoise? Oh. If they were running hold, most likely, they would probably start scoring immediately. This will be really close because we did score that 100 up top with that back cap from the Delphox.
It'll be closer.
It'll be really close. Just barely. That's honestly pretty sad. But we did see that the Delphox over here did get MVP. Are they going to look at the stats? Nope. Alright, Tony. Sorry I wasn't looking at chat. Anyways, I'm going to leave you guys be for a bit, because now the score is 2-1. 1 being us, 2 being Springfield. And honestly, we might have at least 2 more matches in us. Either 2 more or 1 more. 1 or 2 more. Honestly, I'm really, really hoping for 2 more. Really hoping for 2 more. Anyways, I will be gone for a little bit. Probably see you guys in around 5-10 minutes. And yes, Tony, that was a really close match. And I'll see you guys in a little. All right. Alrighty, and we are back. Welcome, welcome. We are on to the third match as we currently speak.
Can we just honor this theme song right now? This is 1996, 1997 throwback. I just imagine the Zapdos in orbiting the Earth in like. Have you seen the old school cartoon?
I have. I don't remember much since I watched it when I was a kid, but I have watched the
it when I
entire
was a
thing.
kid. What do you think?
I remember much about it, but I will have to probably rewatch it.
So check it out. They did a throwback 30 some years later to the final battle that Ash had against Lance, and they throw this theme song as a throwback to the original. It's kind of cool because it comes full circle. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So we're treating this like Ash's journey.
If they can make the comeback or not.
Yeah. Team got a pep talk.
Hopefully that affects them in a good way, honestly.
Oh, 100% it will.
And we'll just see what happens in this match, honestly. In the beginning of the match, it's always a bit slow, so.
Well, we're gonna change that.
Change that?
We're gonna change that.
All right. I'll take your word for that and see what
Well,
happens.
I'm not playing, so I can't actually promise that. But Elena is looking like a boss right now.
Yeah, Snorlax is
She's
being.
not taking any
Who are you calling a nerd, Tony?
How many have we got watching right now? 4 watching.
Yep.
How do I go over here? Do I just check here?
What are you trying to
How do I see? Can I see who's watching?
do? You would have to go on YouTube Studio for that. I'm pretty sure.
Let's get Elon Musk on that.
All right. We see how Darfox did level up to level 4, and we see that our Snorlax is
we're
being
definitely
pretty
on-
aggressive.
Yeah, that's good. This is good. We're finally playing like we belong, right?
We're being pretty aggressive over here. We see that our damage, being on Delphox, is probably going to try to steal that.
I like this. I like
And we see a take out by the Clefable.
I like it. I like that.
Alright.
I can't really lean it forward. I look hideous.
You gotta lean back.
I'm too into it.
You gotta lean back.
Look at this. Look at this. Look at this. Savage.
It looks like we're having some pushes up towards middle. We see that Trevenant finds the Decidueye over there.
Nice find.
We see that the Glaceon is moving down towards the middle. The Slowbro is pushing back towards their goal right now. Trevenant's pushing up from jungle as we currently speak. And it looks like we have all 5 up top.
Yeah, but we're can't leave. Dean, you're gonna have to hold me back, man.
We see that the Delphox does in fact steal that, getting Fire Blast. Tony, who got dunked on?
Oh yeah, that's like because he dunks it.
Oh yeah, okay, when you're scoring AOS points. Alright, we see that the Mimikyu is getting in there, but is pushing back to score. We see our tanks are just holding out in there a bit. We see that the Decidueye takes out our Snorlax and our Trevenant.
Okay, as long as we just don't alt wipe. Okay.
We see that our carries are pulling back. And we see that we're farming there a bit. Our Delphox unlocks Fire Spin. It looks like 4 people up top. That Fire Spin catches that Decidueye.
Looks like I like what I'm seeing.
But the Decidueye is still
like this.
ripping. It looks like our Delphox is going to try their best to try to get that.
Yep.
It looks like our tanks are holding them out as long as they can. And the Delphox does in fact get it.
Dunked on! Is that what Tony says? Dunked on!
Yeah, Tony said dunked on.
It's out of here! Something crazy.
See Fire Spin catches the Glaceon over there. The Claybull's the only one left on the team. We see the score down by the Delphox, breaking up the top goal.
This is a little bit more Elgin-like. Would you agree? This is a little bit more characteristic of what Elgin does.
Yeah. It looks like we're having a push towards bottom to that Reggie, as you can see with the map. It looks like they are attacking bottom because you see how the Reggie is moving, and you can also see each little hit effect. The Snorlax and the Trevenant are sitting over there.
Springfield is in disarray. They are looking very un-Springfield-like.
Is that Fire Spin going to catch that Decidueye? I could not see. The Trevenant's in there right now. We see that the Delphox is going to try to pick up some KOs.
Very capital-like of Springfield to be getting wiped by the Delphox.
It looks like we're trying to rip that Reggie out right now. The
Oh
Decidueye
my
Unite
God,
does
he's
come
doing a
out.
Springfield thing.
Are we gonna be able to get it though? We do in fact get it through that Decidueye Unite's final hit, which is probably
Can you give
the
me a
most
that's
important.
our Reggie chant?
With Tony or me?
Yeah, you.
I'm sorry now.
Oh my God. That's our Reggie. Wait, whisper it. That's our Reggie.
That's already.
Oh God, that was so scary.
It looks like we are scoring down bottom.
Oh, they got the launch pad in though. This
Yep.
is a very hard thing to do. If you're gonna be doing this, oh man, they are screaming.
We can
in
hear
the
them.
room.
And then we can see that Delphox is going out. You want to explain what happens when there's a person in the opponent's goal while another person's trying to score?
It speeds it up.
Mhm.
Yeah, I think that's about it.
Yeah, that's all it does. It is just really effective in trying to get faster stuff.
Well, you know, the launch pad's a great, you know, what a great dynamic of Unite, the launch pad. It really is an equalizer to get back and stop people from capping. Well, we see nice, wow. You know, our boys and girls over here, you know, Lena, one of the captains, senior, gonna miss her, is just leading the charge here, and they are just not scared at all.
Mm-hmm.
There, yep, I just heard that. You gotta be careful here. Be careful, be careful, be careful. Oh, wow.
And we see that
wow.
Reggie does get in there, allowing them to break top with multiple 40 points. I think all of our points are scored at the moment. And yeah, speaking about the launch pad, Reggie, I mean, the launch pads do feel like it speeds up the game a bit and makes it a bit more fast-paced and aggressive, I guess. We do see that we're going to push back into that Glaceon, trying to pick
Look
that
at
up.
Omar. Oh, man. Dude, that Glaceon, that dude is a stud. I'm telling you, I will give two vending machines for this kid.
Isn't that the same person you offered one vending machine?
Yeah, I'm giving him two now. He raised his stock. Assuming it's the he, I'm not sure. I think it's the he.
They.
Well, she, he, they. It could be anyone.
Yep, it seems like we're going to try to get that Reggie Ice as we're just staying down bottom.
Well, we're in an interesting dynamic. This is typically where we start to have to...
Glaceon pushes out with that Unite, trying to see if we can get any chip damage, but it was only our Delphox who was in that bush.
They have to watch the Glaceon in the back. The Glaceon is doing some sneaky damage, doing very, very much worth the two... this is where I get worried. We now got wiped, and Reggie is coming in 2 minutes and 45 seconds.
Yep, we see that our Trevenant is gonna have to front this, with our Delphox is staying back. I feel like we should have been focusing on that Glaceon, not the tanks.
Yeah, they missed the Glaceon for sure. It's often that they get lost. We got to stop getting lost in the objectives. Now, we can't be letting back caps happen here. This is where the equalizing happens, and I don't think that's a good thing.
Yep, Rayquaza spawning in around 10 seconds from here.
Ooh, I don't like
Reggie
that.
did spawn up there. Are they going? Is Springfield going to go for that Reggie, or are they just
I
going
think
to
they're gonna
hold?
cap.
The thing is, we are up all of our goals while they only have one. We see that we're having that collision up towards jungle. Our Delphox puts in a fire spin and unites on that. There's Decidueye from the enemy team.
I don't hate it, but it is risky.
Decidueye from the enemy team unites and it's somewhat back, and it looks like we aren't going to get that. Our Delphox is pushing back with X speed. Is that Decidueye going to catch it? And the Decidueye catches it. It is just our 3 left, being our Alola Ninetales, Mimikyu, and Trevenant, but now it's just the Mimikyu. Is the Mimikyu going to be able to take out that Rayquaza and steal, is the question. The Mimikyu's sort of staying back, and the Mimikyu doesn't really act on that. We could still win this, though, if we break the shields. Still a chance. They scored 100 on bottom. They scored 36 more. We see that Trevenant's trying to hold off that Blastoise there. We see the Decidueye also in our jungle somewhat. Can that Trevenant hold off? We see 100 scored up, 92 in fact. There's still a chance. Still a chance. And that the Delphox is out. That one hurts. There's always a chance still, though. We got 30 seconds.
Sure is.
Are we gonna do anything about this, though?
Well, I think they won.
Well, we're just gonna
And-
see.
Yeah, I'm a little nervous what we're doing. What are we doing? Are they going for it?
I mean, typically when a closet drops, and is killed, there's a bunch of
Yeah,
AOS
but
points
if
sitting
they
in middle.
see it, no, they could try to find it.
There's a bunch of AOS points sitting in middle, in which I saw that Trevenant go for. We see that the Hell Fox Unite comes out, and honestly, we'll just see the point gap over here.
They had to hold it.
With the 200s on top and bottom, there's going to be overcap, as well as the multiple miscellaneous points scored on bottom second tier, and then the 100 to cap it off completely.
Call the game. Good game.
Alright, that was honestly a really fun match to watch, and honestly, there's some stuff that we could all improve on, but honestly, it was a really fun match. We do see a bit of between the 6-minute and 10-minute, not much scoring was going on, but that's besides the point. And honestly, that's probably it. We won one match and lost our other ones. We see that our Dilfox is having the most damage, and Tony, I know, it's so sad. Anyways, those are the stats and everything. We see the Trevenant taking the most damage, with Snorlax not that far behind. Points scored goes to Delphox on our team, and then the other team did really well as well. And honestly, I'm gonna call this a day over here. And honestly, that was fun with watching all this, and it was a lot of fun commentating. So I will hopefully see you guys next time. And honestly, I'll be gone for a bit. All right, see y'all.